Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
Now then, folks, hope everyone's having a good Sunday. So I thought I'd just do a quick video. I've just seen the news that Brentford are now in advanced talks to sign Liverpool goalkeeper Kelleher. I'm not even attempting his first name. Yeah, Brentford have agreed a fee for Flecken with Leverkusen, but the deal depends on Kelleher's move going through first. So yeah, their goalkeeper has agreed terms. Obviously, they need to guarantee that they can get Kelleher before they move their number one on to Leverkusen, but it looks like that's been agreed, and he's in advanced talks now. Is Kelleher to sign for Brentford? Great signing for him. He'll go there obviously as their number one. He needs first team football. He's been a great number two to have at Liverpool. He's played a lot of minutes, to be fair. He's done okay as a number two. His time's come now to go get football somewhere as a number one. And I think it's something to touch on as a Leeds fan, because although he's not a Leeds player, he's a player we've obviously been closely linked with, and a player that a lot of fans wanted as their number one choice. There's a fair few goalkeepers out there. We've been linked with pretty much everyone that's available, and as we know, he's one that we always knew we were going to move on from Liverpool this summer. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't my first choice, so I'm not going to be too downbeat about it. I know a lot of people will. I know Sean Ely, one of my mates, will be devastated with this news. Being Irish as well, he's kept a close eye on him as well for the national side, and I know he's a massive favourite of his and a lot of Leeds fans. I think he's got a high ceiling. I think he'll go far in the game with Kelleher. I think Brentford's a good move for him, I won't lie. Obviously, I'll be a little bit biased and say I think Leeds would have been a better move, but fair play to him going and getting first team football. I don't know what the fee is. It's rumoured to be in and around 25 million. I think it could be a little bit less, but I think he's going to be a top player. He's going to go far, so that could be a snip for Brentford going forward. Where's that leave Leeds United then? There's a lot of goalkeepers, like I say, we've been linked with. You've got Aaron Ramsdale's, you've got your Nick Popes, you've got the lad at, I think it's in Munich. We're looking at him as well. I think he's their second or third choice goalkeeper. The fact of the matter is, we need a goalkeeper. We need no number one. Where does this leave us? Because I know Kelleher there were rumours going back a few weeks ago, weren't there? Rumours, as people don't like to discuss, but same with Meda double swoop for Kelleher and maybe Tsimikas. Maybe the Tsimikas is a standalone signing. If at all now, does this cast doubt on the Tsimikas signing? Because there are a lot of rumours reporting we were looking at both of them. A lot of rumours, reporting that we'd agreed terms with Tsimikas. Hopefully that's still the case. Big fan of his. But yeah, to miss out on Kelleher, it's a big blow for a lot of fans. Were we even in for him? Who knows? I would definitely suggest he'll have been on his list, but I do think we'll have a list of a good 3 or 4 goalkeepers that we'll be looking at. And for me, my personal opinion is that I'd like us to sign Nick Pope. He were always my number one, and then I'd have had Keller in second. I like Aaron Ramsdale as well. I won't make no bones about that. He's not everyone's favourite, but I'd happily have Aaron Ramsdale at Leeds. When you consider we've had Kelleher for the last 4 or 5 seasons, Ramsdale is a massive step up on Kelleher. So I don't know why a lot of people aren't in the Aaron Ramsdale sort of camp on that one. But yeah, Nick Pope for me would be someone I'd love us to go get. Obviously now we know Keller's probably not going to happen. Can Leeds hijack the deal? Will somebody else come in? Obviously the window's open today. I think, 6 days, and it closes for 6 days. I'd love Leeds to get some business done in these 6 days. Ideally, Mano Solomon and a goalkeeper would have been perfect just to start the window off with a bit of a bang. I think Solomon needs to be done first, and I think that's the easiest transfer for Leeds to tie up with the close links we've got to him now and to Tottenham, and the relationship he's got with the club and the fans, and still riding that high after that win at Plymouth and winning title. But I would love a goalkeeper to be sewn up in these next few days. I think it's such a worry of Leeds fans that Kelleher's still in contract. He's a very loyal manager, Daniel Farke. Is there a worry? Is there a possibility that Kelleher still sticks around Leeds next season? There's a possibility. In my opinion, he won't be here. Are we going to sign before we move him on, potentially? The whole PSR stuff, or teams having to sell or wanting to sell before they bring someone in. Is that a thing? I personally think we'll sign a keeper before we sell him. Or loan him out, or whatever happens with Kelleher. I don't think he's here next season. Surely he'll have a suitor somewhere. It's just I hope Leeds don't value him too high and price people out of it. But yeah, I think Leeds will bring a goalkeeper in before we hear of any departure of Kelleher. And it's a bit of a blow that I say Kelleher's now sort of sewn up. And it's sort of been sewn up by someone who potentially Leeds are in competition with this season. You know, we hope we're not in that bottom 3 fight. We hope we're a little bit higher than that. Are Brentford going to be in and around that? Who knows? Signing a player as talented as Kelleher is definitely going to help them fight off, you know, a relegation fight. Or I've seen a lot of people tip Brentford to be struggle this year, so we'll have to see. But this is a very positive signing if they are to, you know, in fact, to get it over the line, and for, you know, to be in advanced talks with a keeper as good as Kelleher for Brentford on the 1st of June. I think it's credit to them getting the, you know, important business done fairly early if they can in fact do that. And I think it's something Leeds need to take a leaf out of their book. We need to be hearing some concrete stuff. We've heard a lot of rumours and a lot of waffle and a lot of stuff that may not come true in these last week or two. We really need to step up now and get some signings over the line and start building towards pre-season, because I want Leeds when they kick off the pre-season to be somewhat light with the squad. And I know you add towards, you know, add little bits going into the season, maybe even after the season starts potentially, but I want that core of that squad, that spine of that squad, and that starting 11 especially to be Premier League ready come that first pre-season game or something like. And it'd be nice to see them play 2 or 3 games together and sort of build those relationships ready for that first game, because you can't warm up in Prem. Leeds can't warm up. You know, we haven't got 5-6 games to get into the swing of it. We need to be somewhat like come game week 1, whether that may be. I think Liverpool or Scum myself. I could see it at Ellen Road. Let's hope so. Start with a bang. But yeah, Kelleher looks very likely to happen to Brentford. Let's hope it doesn't go through. I'd love Leeds to get him. But for me, we're always my number 2. Nick Pope is my goalkeeper of choice. There's been no direct links to Nick Pope, but hopefully there'll be some concrete stuff come out of some goalkeeper of that calibre in the coming days, hopefully. And like I say, Kelleher is being so closely linked. Was it ever likely anyway? The 49ers do stuff in silence, so you probably find the people that haven't been spoke about, or, you know, we haven't spoke much about, are probably the ones we're looking at. But yeah, Kelleher to Brentford looks likely to happen. Is it a blow? Let me know what you think. What are your number 1 choice? If so, who would you like Leeds to sign now as their number 1 goalkeeper for next season? Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.